Hey, what is up guys, Zero here. Welcome back to yet another lorcana video. Today we are continuing with some set 5 gameplay. We are still running Blue Steel and we are up against BLURPLE this game. One of our local players here has caught the BLURPLE bug and is trying to make it work. So we are gonna put that to the test and see if it does work. Yeah, it's gonna be an interesting one. BLURPLE has been a color combination a lot of people have been talking about in the past sets, but it never quite worked out. But the set is looking good. I mean, it looks good for it. There's a chance it will. Yeah, let's just get into it and see how it does. My opponent does win the die roll here, so he gets to go first, and we are going to be on the draw this game. He's gonna start very simply with Rafiki Mystical Fighter. We do find our cantrip. We have our Fortisphere for our turn 1, but on turn 2 he's going to bounce back his Rafiki to get Madam Mim's Snake out, and I think we like this. We like that he had to bounce it back since we don't have any threats we're going to put on the board early, so he was going to be able to quest anyway, but now he had to bounce back his Rafiki. Yeah, on our turn 2, we are going to play Chicha, which is nice for us. He's going to get his Detective Mickey. He's going to ink the Rafiki he bounced back to play it out. He's going to get some nice ramp out. Unfortunately for us, we don't find our Fishbone. I do know when I play this second Fortisphere that I find a Fishbone. It's a turn too late though, but we do have a really nice follow-up, which is a second Chicha that we had in our hand. This is a bit more of a greedy line, but I think we were kind of forced into it because we did not have a turn 3 play, but you know, Fortisphere into Chicha was not bad, especially now that he didn't answer it. I think I was worried about when he has 5 ink, he can play the 5 cost Elsa that rushes and exerts one of my characters. Looks like he didn't have it though, because that would have been pretty good for him. I think he would have gotten a Chicha off the board and his board would look a lot better, but yeah, no, instead he's going to get his Merlin Rabbit out. He's going to sing Friends. So he actually has a lot of cards too. We are going to be not too bad here because we have our Fishbone. We're going to ink twice, and Chicha's ability is if I do ink twice for a turn, I get to draw a card. And since I have 2 of her, I get to double dip and draw 2 instead. And we're in a little bit of a better position just because, yeah, my opponent is getting a lot of cards here. You know, he played Friends and he had his Rabbit, which he just bounced back with a Snake. But he doesn't have a Fishbone Quill out yet, which means we get to ramp a little bit more consistently than him, at least until he gets the Quill out. He is going to play another Mickey though, so I guess I'm wrong here where he is getting to ink an extra every turn just like us. But yeah, still it's a consistency issue here where I think I mean, it's not that much better, but the fact that we have Quill is nice for sure. Since I don't have to go looking for Detective Mickey's at least, I don't really like having a lot of him on the board. In this matchup, I'm not too sure how great he is either, but yeah, I mean, Quill's nice. We're going to go ahead and play Tinkerbell here. Since we got up to 6 ink, and I think the reasoning here is, so we do see that he has the Mystic Bell, the Floodborn Bell, which gets to transfer damage over, which is kind of bad and kind of makes me want to maybe not play Tinkerbell. But a couple things here. I think I don't have that many big threats in my hand. I think Tinkerbell was the only one at the time, but even then, he puts out this threat right now where he's been questing almost for free this entire game since I didn't really have anything that could challenge anything coming out since I just had the 2 teachers out. But now that I have Tinkerbell, it's actually dissuading him from questing. He doesn't want to lose too many characters just to quest. So like, for example, for this turn he doesn't quest at all, and Tinkerbell is putting up a really good threat in doing that. He does bounce back his Bell Mystic. That's something to keep in mind. So he still has the Bell in his hand and he can transfer damage if he'd like. So yeah, definitely something we want to watch out for. I'm gonna head and I play my Hiram to draw 2, and then I play Beast Tragic Hero. I guess he could play Bell Mystic here to get the transfer of damage over to Beast, which is something to think about, but I kind of don't mind that in this scenario. I have enough cards in hand. I still have Hiram to continue drawing, so even if he does that, I wasn't too worried. But instead, he's going to be playing his 5 cost Elsa. It has Rush and Evasive, and he gets to exert one of my characters on play, and he decides to do Tinkerbell for the reasons I was talking about, where Tinkerbell is just like holding him back from questing entirely. and he's just thinking about who to trade into Tinkerbell here. But yeah, Elsa Augusta survived, so it's probably better to go one of the snakes and Elsa to take her out. And she's relatively safe just because I don't have any evasives to threaten her. I do have ways to ping her though, so that's something to think about. But yeah, he's gonna end his turn with the questing that he's now allowed to do, and he also gets a rabbit out. And yeah, at least I have things on the board that if I want to, I can challenge him now. So I have like the beast if I really don't mind the card draw. I do get to draw 2 this turn, which is nice. It kind of begs the question if maybe he should have used the ability on beast instead, but then Tinkerbell would be alive. So I don't know, it seems tough. There are multiple options there. Maybe Tinkerbell is correct just because it is threatening to alleviate some of the board pressure that he has right now. But yeah, I'm gonna spend some time thinking here because I'm just trying to decide how to follow through. My opponent is just about at the 10 lore mark, which you know, I like to reference a lot, and our boards look kind of equal. I'd say our board is a little better because of the beast, but yeah, I'm gonna make a kind of tough play here. I was definitely debating this, so I played the Tinkerbell out. And I initially did not want to do it just because my opponent has the bell still in hand, the Floodborn Bell that he bounced back a while earlier. But I ended up doing it just because I want to get some of these threats off the board. I have a Baboom. I'm going to be using it on the Mim Fox that hasn't moved yet. And the way I'm thinking about trading right now is how can I do it so that Beast will survive if I quest with him, because I do want to start getting some lore on the board. So I just go ahead, I use Hiram to take care of this Mickey, and I have the Chicha. I think about if I want to trade here, and I end up wanting to just because if I don't get this snake off the board, then they are threatening my Beast. Because right now, after doing all this, he only has the rabbit and the Mickey Mouse left. Not sufficient enough of a threat to get rid of Beast. I can quest with him now, and if they want to put a damage on him, I don't really mind anymore. Like I said, I have more than enough cards in hand, and yeah, now my board looks quite a bit better. He's gonna think a bit here before he runs his rabbit into my Beast, so he does put the damage on it, just stopping me from drawing. But yeah, so he has the Bell Mystic as well. He is going to go ahead and play it here to transfer more damage onto the Beast, and then now he can put the Mickey into Beast. So yeah, it ends up being 2 damage from the rabbit. He transfers 2 damage over and then runs Mickey into Beast to kill him. And honestly, all those resources to take the Beast out, I don't mind at all. So I kind of like my line of play there. I like what I traded with and what I end up giving up to get into this position. And now I do have the dime in hand, so it's a pretty good point to play it now, and I get to start getting some lore. I know for a fact that my opponent plays Hideaway, so that is something I have to worry about. It's the new card. It costs 2, and it just stores one of my items or locations into ink. In this case, I have to worry about the dime. Yeah, I guess that's a concern, but it's not like I'm not going to play dime because of it. So yeah, we're still going to just, you know, chug along with our game plan here and just kind of hope he doesn't have it. I mean, yeah, Hideaway, I don't know. It seems like a really good card. Definitely something to think about. Maybe we would like to have it as well if Cusco isn't working out, though I really like Cusco right now, so we're going to keep up with that. But yeah, on my opponent's turn, he is going to sing Friends once again with his Mickey. It's very nice for BLURPLE that Mickey gets to be useful like that, because yeah, I mean, Mickey doesn't really do much in my deck once it gets on board. It just kind of prevents you know, the Lady Tremaines and the Peking Undisputed. So it's nice that he has another option, but he's going to run his Bell into my Hiram, do some damage there, and he's going to end up rushing his Cogsworth to do enough damage to take out Hiram. And yeah, he's going to play out Ursula, Sea Witch Queen, a 7 cost, a big card. I decided to read it just because, you know, I just want to make sure I don't mess up what her ability is. But yeah, I can't sing anymore, so I can still play songs, I just can't sing them. And when she quests, she's going to exert one of my characters, so definitely something to be worried about. But yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and use Tinkerbell to take out the Bell Mystic here. Gonna do 2 damage to the Mickey because we are gonna play Let It Go on this Ursula. I can't sing it, so I have to hard cast it into her. Just get her off the board, something I don't want to worry about. We're gonna play Bell here, and we have the dime, so we can actually go ahead and use it on Bell and start racking up some lore, really putting a dent into this game now. It's a big threat. He's gonna have to deal with this Bell, or else we're gonna run away with this game, because if you have dime and Bell, that's 10 lore for a turn. It would be better to deal with the dime, just because if you deal with Bell, I can play something else, and that's gonna start getting out of hand as well. But yeah, he's just gonna start off with Mickey trading into Tinkerbell. That makes sense. He's gonna go ahead and use Yzma here, so he does have the Yzma to send Bell back into my deck. I do get to draw 2 cards here though, so that's very nice for me. Yeah, dime is still out. Dime is still a threat. He's going to go ahead and play Magicka Dispel. Doesn't affect us here, but her ability is she prevents him from discarding cards, which is maybe nice against a discard deck, but doesn't really affect us here. I have my Tamatoa. Thank you for the extra cards, so I get to find him. It's going to be the same threat as before now. I'm going to continue to lore with this. With the dime, we're going to get some more lore and really threaten ending the game here. But yeah, another threat on the board. We're going to play as many items as we can before we dime here to get as much lore as possible. And then this Tamatoa is just going to be another threat on the board where he has to deal with it, or else, yeah, again, we're going to win next turn. And I think looking at it, my opponent doesn't have it, so he's going to scoop it up for this game, and we're going to be moving on to game 2. But yeah, I mean, BLURPLE, very interesting for sure. I definitely like the deck combination. It's really showing me I really like this Elsa. This 5-cost Elsa is a lot better than I thought. Throughout these next few games, I think I'm gonna make the same mistake where I keep trying to challenge her. Just throughout, you know, all the games we play, I see her quite a few times, and I'm gonna forget she's evasive, and I'm gonna keep trying to challenge her. But I think the evasive rush combination as well as the ability is very nice for sure. But yeah, we are well into game 2 now. Yeah, my opponent has the same start with Rafiki Mystical Fighter. He gets to go first again, of course, because he did lose. But yeah, he does get the Tipo here on turn 2, followed by Detective Mickey. So very nice ramp for him. I do get Popsicle on my turn 1, followed by Mr. Shmee, and then on my turn 3, I get my Fishbone Quill this game. So also pretty good for me. Not as good of a start as the first game for sure, just because that Chicha combination was really good for the draw. But yeah, on my opponent's turn, it's going to be Madam Mim Fox to get the Mickey back off the board so he can replay it. So this is the way he's going to be ramping every turn. He got Tipo on turn 2, Detective Mickey on turn 3, and he gets to replay this Mickey again. So he is ramping it very nicely. The nice thing for us is we are basically doing the same thing, but just off of the one card, the Fishbone Quill. So it's not costing us any ink. That's one thing. Having your ramp dependent on characters means that you have to pay the cost to play them every turn, while we just have to turn our quill sideways, so that is nice for us. We do get our Hiram out, and then we are also going to be playing Mr. Shmee for our remaining 2 ink. And yeah, our opponent is just gonna get questing here. He is going to play a goat too, which is very nice. He's gonna bounce back his Mystical Fighter because he doesn't want me to just take out his 0 strength character for free here. And yeah, I mean, things are looking not too bad for us. I do get my Tinkerbell out on this turn. He does have a lot of foxes on the board, but they haven't been able to run into anything because I haven't been questing with anything yet. He also has a goat on the board, which leads me to question. I don't know. I don't know if I would be so freely playing these foxes. You know, like I would rather be bouncing the goat, I feel. But yeah, I put the Tinkerbell out on the board as the same threat of you know, trying to dissuade him from questing. But it looks like he's gonna go ahead and quest anyway with the Mickey and a fox. He's gonna bounce the fox with a fox. And he has another fox, so maybe that makes more sense why he's playing these foxes out so freely. But you're going to bounce the other fox with this fox as well. I'm confusing myself. But yeah, I got a really nice play here. I got my Tinkerbell into a grab your swords, just wipe the whole board, and this is very nice for us. That was a very good combination. We basically wiped out anything they could have had, and yeah, I feel like BLURPLE's gonna struggle to come back from this just because we have a very wide board here. We have 2 Shmees, Hiram, 2 Tinkerbells, and BLURPLE doesn't really have the board wipe potential since they're not Ruby. They don't have Be Prepared, and they don't have Grab Your Swords either. So yeah, my opponent only has a Rafiki, so I think it's basically over for this game. But no, yeah, well played. I'd like to see the future of this deck if it is gonna enter the meta. I do like seeing more color combinations starting to be more relevant maybe, and maybe showing off a bit. But yeah, only time will tell how it works out. But I do hope that you guys did enjoy this video. If you did, please consider liking and subscribing. It really lets me know that we're on the right path here. But yeah, we will catch you guys next time. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you later. Ciao.